Hi, today I'm going to say the things that I've accomplished today. I think I'm going to start like the last thing that I did from the last ones. So I did cleaned a room. It was very dusty, and I wanted to change the place of how do I say, not bedroom. The thing that I sleep is on it, but not the bedroom. Because in my bedroom I wasn't able to sleep. I think it's a little lighter, and I wasn't able to sleep very well. So I cleaned this room to see if I sleeping there I can sleep a little better. And before I did that, I was washing the dishes, and I was watching while I was washing the dishes, I was watching a series, and before that, I wanted to take a shower, and before that, I was watching another series, Gossip Girl, and the other one that I was watching when I was washing the dishes was called The Mirror. I really like this series, and the one that I was watching Gossip Girl, I think it's kind of funny, so I like to watch this one. And before these things, before I wanted to take a bath, I wanted to study a little English, the pronunciation of the words that I made a list of in Portuguese words that I wanted to put the translation in English, and I was practicing the translation and the pronunciation. I was very tired because I woke up like 7 a.m. I didn't want to sleep late last night, and I woke up 7 a.m. and because of that I wasn't able to really focus on the study. And before that, I remember that I wanted to the wardrobe to fix some things, that something was falling and I didn't want to fix that. I said that I was watching Gossip Girl. I watched an episode, and after that I wanted to watch another episode. These two episodes I've already watched. Then I watched it. Then I think last week today, or I don't remember, or this week, but it was like making dinner, or and I don't remember, making the English list of a lot of words in Portuguese for me to translate them into English and practice pronunciation, and I didn't pay attention of some parts, so I didn't want to watch this episode again, and the one that I watched today I really paid attention, but I was very sleepy. I was like wanting to sleep, but I tried to pay attention the more that I wanted, and I put another episode that I kind of like forgotten almost everything that I watched of this episode, but when I was doing the wardrobe between of fixing some things, I was listening to the next episode, and and it was like 30 minutes. I ended fixing the wardrobe, and wasn't feeling like watching this series another, continuing to watch Gossip Girl another episode. So after that I wanted to study a little English, and before that I remember that I had a snack, a bread, something like that. I was kind of feeling tired, and I tried to watch a documentary for me, for my brain, I don't know, to like I'm paying attention to the documentary, gain some motivation, or making my brain work parts of my brain that I knew that it wasn't working, because I like kind of like tired, didn't know, like I knew that I had something to do, but I didn't want to do that at that time, because I wanted to take a time for me to unwind. And I think that it was a good choice. It was a documentary about NASA, about the moon, and before that, I remember that I went outside to see the words, like if I wrote it in English, in the correct form in English. I went outside, but it was like getting dust, and I started to get anxious, because it was starting to get dark, and I don't like to light the to turn on the light, the light of the outside, because I don't know, it gets dark around, and I can't really concentrate what it and the what I'm doing, and it was like starting to get cold, and I got anxious. But I tried really hard to see these words if I wrote them correctly, and most of them I wrote correctly, and some I didn't, but I think I accomplished this task, this goal that I wanted. And before that, I was watching a movie that I really wanted to watch. I started to watch this movie a lot of days. I watched this some part, and another day other part, and I wasn't able to finish all. I think, and I didn't was able to finish it today. All I think it lasted just 18 minutes for me to finish. But I wanted to watch this movie. I think I don't know where I saw this movie, but I wanted to watch it because I think it was a good movie, and it really was. I was just like not expecting like the footage, the footage, the the place where the characters are. It was very. I like movies like that. The movie is called I think if I remember, The Confession from 2003. And I did watch the movie because of there's like till this winter I really like the movies that she's in, and I think this is a great movie that she's in, but not because she's in. There is another interesting parts of it, but I was watching in English, and there's some parts I wasn't able to understand. Then I tried to wasn't able to understand English. Then I tried to understand, but the subtitles in Portuguese. But in Portuguese, the translation was kind of some parts that I didn't understand English. In Portuguese, the subtitles was kind of weird. I wasn't understanding what they were like wanting to talk it with each other, and the time I got tired, like feeling tired, because I knew I did have something to do, and I was like putting a time for to watch a movie that I think it was a good movie, but I wasn't understanding. So because of that, I took a time to unwind my head, because always when I watch a movie, I think I need after that to unwind my mind a little bit for me, because I'm always in my head the things that I had to do, and I started to think that, and if I don't concentrate on what I'm doing now, what I'm watching, I start to get anxious, and before that I get more anxious. So, but before that, I think I remember I tried to make exercise, like workout, but not really workout at the gym, just exercise, exercise. My back was like hurting a little, and here, and I watched two videos. The first one I didn't see before. It was some like exercises that one it really helped me. Like here, it was something like to look up, and I realized that it isn't something that I really test, because when I look up, I'm sometimes like looking there, and this one it was really to focus, looking just up, and it was like an exercise that I don't know, the muscles of my body may make it like that my whole body work together, and my body like feel like to me I felt like calm, and it was an exercise that I really wanted to accomplish that, and in this video I think I accomplished this what I wanted to do in the exercise, but the other ones I tried to watch, they were some difficulty to make it, because I wasn't able to develop it on this like on the guy of the video, but this first video I think it helped, and of this guy I watched another video that I remember that I watched a long time ago, and there was one exercise that really helped me to like my back that it was hurting, and I did this exercise, and it was like an exercise that I think it wasn't like going to help me much, but I did this one when I was watching this video that I watched today, the second one that I watched from this guy, and today I went back on this video because I didn't really remember, but and when I saw the video I remembered how to make this exercise, and really, and but this time it really didn't help me my back, because I think when I do an exercise I need to do it constantly for it to help me, and for a long time I didn't make more those exercises because from study I really didn't have time. It seems like time just seems like it just goes away from my hand and I can't take it. So I think it was something like that. I really have to try to the exercise that I said that makes my body feel the way that I wanted, and for me to work better like in study. And before that I remember that I took a nap of I don't know remember really, just I think it was like 30 minutes. I really needed that nap because I was feeling very very sleepy, and I really thought that I could before lunch go to do this exercise, but I was feeling very sleepy that I wasn't able to. But I did. I went to sleep a little, and I kind of regret it because I think I maybe could sleep. I could be sleep there just like 20 minutes, and I slept like 40 minutes, and I got tired, and I think I could have spent that time seeing another things. But so let me see what I did before that. In the morning I was like because in the morning, so in the morning, because I'm going to put it on the video, I was organizing some folders because of my university. There's a lot of like 20 folders with slides in it and activities and the answers and a lot of notes, and I wanted to put it then on cloud because I'm really afraid of deleting them without seeing and lost everything. So I put it then on cloud, but I think I put just five five yes just five how do I say, five like five modules like five modules, and I wanted to do that in the afternoon, but really in the afternoon I think I remember because in the afternoon I did went wash the dishes, and after that I went to organize some things and wash the dishes and organize some things that I really wanted to organize, that I think on the video last day I don't know if I mentioned it, but I wanted to organize some things, and I wanted to do that like afternoon. I needed to do that in the morning, but I wasn't able to because of the things that I did in the morning. So those organization things, it took me a long time, and it didn't took in the I didn't take a time for me to start reorganizing, putting on cloud those folders of university. But in the morning, I think I've accomplished something that I really wanted, because I tried to make a video like reading a book and translating it in Portuguese, and try in the video to create use the skills that I think I have, that I can use for like someone watch this video and learn a little bit of English, and if that person reads that book, I don't know. But when I was like doing this book thing, it was very difficult, because in the first moment I saw that I really needed to understand the author of the book idea, and that it was really hard, because then it started a dialogue, but before that a description or something, and I didn't had the skills I have to, I think to when I needed to understand what the author was really trying to say, I was able to express it in Portuguese in a simple way that it didn't took me very much time. So it gave me the idea of like reading scripts in English and trying to translate it in Portuguese. I think this it would be more helpful for a person, and for me to try to explain, and the other person can get that without getting exhausting for her to watch again the video and trying to like lost in the video, just seeing that me talking. So I tried to read the script, and the hard thing of it is that like the descriptions of things, I tried to translate everything, and it took me a long time, and my tongue started to hurt my throat, because I'm not very used to be speaking a lot, and I was speaking like in English and Portuguese. It like the tone, the way it's like it just when I speak in English, it's like I use some part of my brain and some part of my tongue, and when I talk in Portuguese, I use some part of my brain and some part of my tongue, and I was going to one and another, and and I was really afraid of taking much time, and I started to get anxious because it was like 100 pages. It seems like not much, but when the first description, not the dialogues, the descriptions, I got anxious because there are some words that I didn't knew the answer, and I told that in the video, and I didn't know if I was doing the right thing, because I could I don't know, don't say that I didn't know that word, because I think I lost so much time explaining what I think it was, and that really frustrated me. But the parts of the dialogues, I think they are really simple, and I don't really think if I just like reading the dialogues that are simpler to for me to read it and to translate, it's going to be easier for another person to understand a little bit more of English. I think the descriptions I can get something more of that, because when I spend some time trying to describe the description of the situation, what's happening, what the person that wrote that was trying to 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 get. I think when a person sees that movie and they should remember what I thought, and when she sees the movie, when what is wrote is really what I want in the movie, I think it really absorbs that. So that was really I was really willing to do that because of that, because I think it would be easier for someone to accomplish a better understanding of English, not just by me talking, but something like physics, something that you can see is just beyond the words, and that and I spent like 30 minutes, and I read it just like one description, and almost get it on one dialogue. So I was really frustrated by that, because the video is going to get really long. But let me remember today. I really don't remember. When I woke up, I really don't remember what I did. I really don't remember what I did. What it gets from my mind, it's because in the morning the things were more quiet, and in the afternoon it was happening a lot of things around there. Like when I was organizing something, there was people like coming around and talking around, and I think I got a little nervous, but they I don't know what it was happening. It took my focus away on what I was doing, and it seems like they were coming around to see what I was doing, and I did really got anxious about that. And tonight, when I was doing the last video, and the memory ended, and I was going to take off this thing off my hair, so and after that I take this thing off my hair, and I start continue to talk about it. Seems like because I'm going to sleep now, and I wanted to take off this thing because I can put it here, and I think I sleep better, because when I wake up it's like my hair it's some kind of way that I really didn't need to to fix it, and if I wanted to put a thing for here to come here, I just do that. But I was talking that there was some people around here, and they were starting to talk. I don't know what I was doing, if I was doing some noise that they don't like it, but tonight I was studying. It also happened again. I was studying English, and the person come from the street there, and they started to talk about some crime thing, and she spoke a person like a crime word, and the person, and tonight when I was studying English, a person came from the street, and when she was passing around here, she started to talk for me to her, and just talking like about crime things, and I remember that I was studying English, some words that was about crime. It was really words that I remember that I studied before, and I wanted to remember, but it was not just those words. And but it was like this person she was talking about crime things, and she spoke one word like for me to hear, and like threatening. I think it's because they hear me speaking something, and I blame them, because like I'm here studying, and it's like they go around in here to hear what I'm saying, and they start to like do these things to threaten. And yesterday when I went to bed, like a car from there, he passed and make a noise like some person getting out of the car. It was like I think 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. I don't really remember, and it was on one car, and it started like a person get out of the car and was like passing around there. I don't know if they wanted to threaten me, because they get around in here, and they started to hear what I say, and if I do something they don't like it, they like make it threaten things to threaten. But I'm saying that because just like 2 minutes later another car passed, and I think it was like in front of the house in front of here, I don't know, but it was something really weird. And this person, a woman, she was talking to someone passing here, and I remember when I was speaking English, like it was like, but this person, this room that she passes here, it was like I was speaking, practicing pronunciation, and she wanted for me to stop. Like she was around here, and she started a conversation about crime things, and when I continued to practice, it seemed like she got angry, and it was like a situation that I needed to stop and hear her saying like things to for me to be afraid of her, and it was like I needed to go to another room and be the quietest as possible and hear her speaking. It was like something very there. She said a word like a crime word for me to hear, like threatening, and I got scared of that, because I know there is a lot of like in the afternoon people around there, but this one but recently started like at night, like at dusk and after night, people passing around there is hearing what I'm saying, and like making things like it seems like they are there, and they bothering them, uh, and um, and I really don't know where those people come from. So it was that day I wanted to say. Things really weird, and in the morning I really don't remember what I did today. I just think I didn't accomplish a lot of things that I wanted to do in the morning, and